how to complete a weekly listing report from start to finish. This will be for a for sale weekly listing report. I will also show you a for rent weekly listing report. So in this case, we are going to go to the drive. We will go to the admin folder and go to listing resources. This is all of the properties that I have either sold or currently have active. They are at this point in alphabetical order, so you will have to look through them. In order to see what properties we have to do reports for, you will go into HAR, go into the members only area, and find your way into Matrix. Again, this is the back part of HAR called Matrix MLS. Once you're on Matrix MLS, you're going to find where it says active listings right here. And then you'll see the reports that we need to do for. Now, in this case, these three we don't do reports for. I'll let you know which ones we would and wouldn't do. We do reports for these as well. And then we do reports for all of these as well. So here you will see if it says rental. Townhouse and condo, that just means it's a different property type or different property class, but it's still for sale. The only time you'll see it different between for sale and rental is if it actually says rental. You can also look at the property and see that it says rental, and then the other ones will say townhouse, condo. So in this case, we're going to be doing Moritz Drive. So we'll find Moritz on this folder of listing resources. Here it is. This is the most, typically it'll go in order. This is the most recent, so we'll make a copy. And we'll edit this to make sure that it's updated. It is from a Monday to Monday report. So for example, today is Tuesday, the 22nd. Even though I'm a day late, I will still only record up until Monday. So this will be the report for Monday, August 21st. So in this case, we will update this. So we'll make it from August 15th to August 21st, 2003. This market activity, leave blank. This is something that I will go in and fill out since I do like to look at the numbers before sending these reports off. The items that you are going to be adding to is the showing activity and feedback. I will also work on questions, comments, recommendations since this is more tailored. It's basically a tailored marketing plan to the seller that I kind of will assess weekly. And then these traffic reports are items that you will screenshot and add. So in this case, we're going to go to the showing activity. Now, how do we know there was showing activity? How do we know the feedback? We are going to go back to HAR members only portal, and we're going to go to Showing Smart. Showing Smart is the service that we use to schedule appointments, whether that's if I'm scheduling an appointment for a buyer of mine, or I'm scheduling an appointment, or an appointment's being scheduled on one of my listings that I have for sale. So in this case, we're going to go to showings because we want to see the showings that have been on our properties. Now over here to the left, we will update it for showings for my listings, not my buyers. Once you change that, it'll look like a drop-down list like this. I typically like to look at the view calendar because it's easier, especially if we're doing it week for week. We will do it from the 14th through the 21st. And in this case, I have been using the wrong date. So I will update this, go back to the showings, and you will look for the property address that we're doing the report for. So for example, we have all of these showings. These are all showings for different properties. So at the moment, they're not important to us, but we're looking for the property 1530 Moritz. So in this case, we'll go back to the showings, and there's actually two that happened on Sunday. So we will click the appointment. Down here to the right, you would typically see a link that says view feedback. If this person had submitted feedback to us through Showing Smart, a second way for you to check if there has been showing feedback is just asking me. You can send me a quick ping, let me know I'm collecting feedback for 1530 Moritz. Willie Turner showed on Sunday at 10 a.m. This is his phone number. Did you connect with him? ask me, because sometimes I will text the agents or the agents will text me while they're doing showings, and I will get typically feedback the day of. In the case that I have, I will send you the feedback. In this case, I don't believe I spoke to him, but what I would like for you to send me is the agent name, the property, when they showed, and then their phone number, because this will help me find out whether I did or I didn't. So I would put that in there. And for example, no messages come up, so I probably did not communicate with him. And then we have another one. This is Yira. This is actually from when she hosted the open house. So in this case, we would know because you can go back to look at the calendars and see that we had someone hosting last week at Moritz and who it was. Sorry, that's not the right date. Right here, you see Yida. So we would know that. Obviously, you don't need to follow up with her, but you do need to add that to the report. So in this case, we would go here to showing activity. We would add 2 columns, and it is done with most recent at the top. So in this case, we added 2 columns and we're just moving them up. We have here the showing that happened first and then the open house. So we would add, copy this. Since the showing happened first, it would be underneath. We can take the bold off since only open houses have that bold, and then add the open house. Now we know she hosted open house 2 to 4 on August 20th, so on Sunday. And just note that I'm using the same format that I have here just to keep it consistent. And then of course, since this was an open house, we will add here open house. I do believe Yira sent us an update for open house activity. She did not. Okay, she did send it to me. So I'm just going to type in here the market activity that she sent me. Okay, so 2 groups stopped. For this one, I don't have any feedback, so we would put no feedback. So in this case, what we would do is if we have a showing with no feedback, we would go to the showing, get the contact information, and we would email him. In this case, we would copy. Let's go ahead and send it there. Of course, you would CC me. In this case, I am CCing you for an example. And then we would put here showing feedback for 1530 Moritz. Sunday at 10 a.m. Send. So we send that. Now we wait for his feedback. If, for example, they respond to you and not to the full email where I was CC'd, just forward it to me and then add the feedback here. So that's part of what we need to update. Just go ahead and erase whatever is on questions, comments, recommendations. I will add every day. And then I am looking to have these pages spread out evenly. So if you see this broken out, just because of the commentary from up here that makes it scroll down, just make sure everything's not broken up too oddly and it makes sense. So in this case, these on one page and then these on another. So for the HAR listing traffic report, we again go to members only. HAR, we go to listing management, my listings, and then we will find the property address for the home we're looking for. So in this case, we're going to be looking at Moritz. We select action, and then we will scroll down to the bottom where it says traffic report under reports and data, and we will find the traffic report. In order to screenshot it, we do need to look at it as a whole. So we will put print report. I typically have to minimize my computer screen because at 100, I can't screenshot the whole thing. So I do minimize it and then screenshot it. This makes it easier. Once that's screenshotted, I go back over here, replace it, upload from computer, and it's that easy. Once it's uploaded, if there's any edges that are a little bit too out of place, I just put them back into the cropped area just so it looks well and even. Same thing with the Zillow one. For Zillow, we actually have to go to Zillow in order to get this information. So it will you will need to log into a different website. Again, the password information is available on Basecamp. Once you log in here, you'll go to Agent Hub and you can go to listings, my listings, and go to Moritz, edit listing. And then again, you'll have the graph here. We'll screenshot it and add it here. Again, just make sure that all of the edges look nice. For Zillow, just keep in mind, in order to log into it, it's Zillow Premier Agent, not Zillow.com, because Zillow.com is the consumer-facing website. Zillow Premier is for the agent-oriented website. So just keep that in mind, because if you log into Zillow.com, you might not get all of this information where it says Agent Hub. So here where it says Premier Agent Zillow, that's where you typically would be going in order to log into my Zillow account. So for example, this is finished. At this point, I would, at the end of the day report, let me know that I just need to update market activity and then update question, comments, concerns, recommendations for my client. And then this is ready to send off. And that's it.